The story of this movie starts in the war where the Goguryeo soldiers are running their horses in a direction. Taejung soldiers, on the other hand, are fully armed and shoot their arrows as the opponents approach. The attackers on the horses are toppled down while others continue moving ahead. Now Taejung's soldiers standing there have shields. And they begin to kill Goguryeo's soldiers. The purpose of the Tang army is to take over the fortress. One of the soldiers says loudly, "We will be rooted out. We must retreat." After a while, a retreat flag is shown. Now, introduce a new character named Samuel. How Taejung standing at a location and approaching a sitting girl. Taejung's soldier informs him that the sitting girl has the ability to see visions of the Lord. This girl possesses the bow of the Goguryeo's Kingjamung. She has brought it as a symbol of victory from the war. Emperor Taejung tries to shoot the arrow from it, but a soldier says on it, "No one can wield it." Then Samul is assigned duty as a head of cadet unit head by General Yun. He says to him, "You are loyal." Then he assigns him a responsibility saying, "To achieve victory and eliminate Yang, you must make your way to the fortress." He is given a sword. Samul says, "I swear of my life that I will accomplish your mission." Samul with his soldiers reaches a field in the next scene. He also helps to free the trapped cart. Samul asks those people, "Are you Ansi? I want to meet the commander." That man replies on it, "I am commander named Yang." Commander Yang's companion says, "I have heard that Taejung has sent spies who can speak our language. They are surely those people." Samul's soldiers take out their swords but are killed. Then they move towards Samul holding a sword. But Yang forbids him, stating that he must capture him. He also says, "We will look into it." Now Yang brings Samul to a place for interrogation. He tells him, "I am called a traitor by the soldiers of Yun. You have come to the fortress of a traitor." Samul tells, "I am being pursued by the enemies. Ansi is my homeland, either I like it or not." Meanwhile, a man welcomes Samul coming there because Samul is the last survived member of the clan. Then Samul is standing alone holding a sword which is for the murder of Yang. Then Samul notices Yang with a poor family's baby in their home. That family gratifies him for his visit to their shabby home. Yang says, "This baby has been born in Ansi, so my visit is compulsory." Samul is shocked seeing the sympathetic behavior and help of Yang with his nation. Because Yang takes pain for his nation. Then Yang is shown pulling the rope with his few soldiers for helping purpose. Then Yang and his soldiers move in the direction indicated by the siren. Then they observe a few soldiers on the opposite side. Commander Yang says they have come here for fortress scouting. It is a recon unit. Taejung is not far if he is here. He soon reaches here to seize this area. He says to everyone, "Get ready. Tang Emperor will arrive soon." Commander Yang says to Samul to show his dagger inside the room. Samuel demonstrates this ability and Yang asks him to use it to trim his beard. And the trimming of the beard is essential for every soldier before breaking out a war. Samul's dagger is on Yang's dagger while trimming. It was easy for him if he wanted. But he does not act as such. Then everyone leaves as the siren echoes again. Now everyone is ready for battle, including female soldiers. One of them is Becca. Commander Yang proceeds to take his soldiers. He observes the opposite side where an army is there holding the red flags. Commander Yang says to his soldiers, "If you know that Taejung army is preceding you, then ask me, what should you do? I'll ask you to fight, as I've never learned to pull back. I never start giving up. I've got to learn that you should fight when the need emerges. If someone wants to undermine things you cherish, you must take a risk. This is a tremendous opportunity and you should not end up wasting it. Take a glance at the Ansi people. They are the people who have intended most to us. We will keep them safe." Then all soldiers speak a catchword, battle, and are got ready for war. On the opponent's side, a standing soldier says, "He is Commander Yang who is our target. And all his struggles are in vain." The other soldier clears, "Taejung is such a type of person as he triumphed the fortress what he wanted." Taejong orders his soldiers, "You have to occupy the property of Ansi, enslaving their kids." War is broken out and they are attacked, throwing the big stones which causes great destruction. Commander Yang rescues the life of Samol from a big attack. Taijung is observing everything sitting there. He is also observing that the Ansi wall is too strong to fall. So he commands all the soldiers to climb up the wall. And they are commanded forward command. On the other side, Yang orders his soldiers to fight. The opponent's army continues to move forward for climbing up the wall, adjusting the ladder with it. They are in a large numbering, but Commander Yang is also struggling his best for his defense. The opponents are attacked throwing the stones so they may not climb up the wall. Yang commands as a deploy wolf teeth striker. They are stopped in such a way. The enemies, on the other hand, continue to climb over the wall, adjusting the ladder. Taijung uses words, attack and breakdown, directing towards gate so the soldiers may move towards there. And many soldiers step into the fortress from the opposite side and the fight continues. Commander Yang orders Becca and Captain to attack. Because the time of fight starts. Becca kills everyone with the help of her soldiers. While the Taijung soldiers adjusted, the ladder with the wall is removed from there. But Taijung's soldiers continue to break the gate. At last, the gate is opened and they flood inside. But Yang has already set a planned railing for their stoppage. Samol is observing everything accompanying Yang. Now Yang commands a close order formation. It is a destructive battle. Commander Yang makes them leave the fortress. And Taijung orders, retreat. Commander Yang's soldiers say loudly the word, victory, and win the war. All soldiers move ahead with Samol as the siren echoes again. Yang continues his war actively and bravely when the war breaks out at nighttime again. The fire spreads everywhere. Suddenly, Commander Yang falls down, receiving the wound of the sword. Then Samol puts Taijung's soldiers into death, coming at the backside when he moves to kill Yang. Yang is astounded to see him as a person who has come to kill him. Became his savior. Commander Yang is wounded. And coming into senses, he knows that all opponents have retreated towards Taijung. There is again a gathering of people. On the other side, Taijung is saying that I have triumphed the vast land of thousands of kilometers in every direction. Why can't I take down a small fortress? And he loses his temper. He departs that lady, having King bow to Commander Yang. That lady places King Jimeng's bow before Commander Yang. She tells I have been sent by Taijung. He is also leaving the last option before his final attack and building a dirt mound which will be higher than Ansi. He will attack you and you will never be escaped from his attack according to him. Otherwise, she also reveals, Taijung's army will attack horribly, shooting their arrows continuously. He will offer you everything if you bend yourself before him. Everything will be eradicated with the complete building of the dirt mound. But Yang says I want to defend Ansi. Taizong is told that there is fast progress in the building of this mound. We will accomplish this project within 2 months before the start of the winter season. They are building a big mountain of dirt mound in the eyes of beholders. On the other side, Commander Yang thinks for himself as they are traitors, as Samol tells him. Samol takes the permission from him to go to General Yun. I have good feelings for you, but Yun cannot alter his mind. In the same way, he asks to order him. Contrarily, Yang's captain asks to attack Taijung while his project is under construction. At last, he gets permission from Yang, but Becca soldier alerts, saying that it is like committing suicide if someone goes to Taijung's place. It will all be in vain if captain returns back after getting defeat. Yang says we have no other way. Taijung's soldiers are busy in the preparation of war. Captain attacks them in darkness going there. But it is a trap and Captain is sent back after wounding him badly. Finally, Captain is passed away. Becca weeps a lot coming to the dead body of the Captain. But it is revealed later that a lady who had the bow of King Jimeng had sent a message through an arrow for entrapping Captain. That girl is murdered by the soldiers. Subsequently, Becca relocates to Taijung with the intention of seeking revenge on Captain. She is also killed while fighting with Taijung. And her dead body is sent back. In the next scene, Samol goes to meet General Yun and tells that Commander Yang is fighting for his life and his Ansi people. He also tells Ansi will be at risk with the construction of the dirt mound. Yang is not a traitor but is with the companionship of Goguryeo. General Yun says, hearing it, "Had I sent you to disobey me? I had not sent you to Ansi to hear such words." Afterward, he places his sword on his neck. Samul tells that Yang is a citizen of this country. He is considered a traitor, but the people of Ansi still want to fight for him. He asks General Yun to help Ansi while requesting. Meanwhile, Commander Yang is planning with his soldiers. As Yang's soldiers say, the soil has many pebbles, they cannot be mixed in another place. The mound may be toppled if we mix them in it. It is also not easy to build a cave if we do it. Yang says, "I trust all of you as it will happen." On the other side, Taijung is busy in preparation for war while the soldiers continue to work. And they finally construct a splendid wall, calling it a splendid view. Taijung offers his workers a feast for their excellent work. And he says, "We will topple down Ansi tomorrow." In the same way, Commander Yang is also busy in his battle preparation. His soldier tells that it has been planned to topple. There is heavy rain and bright lighting strikes. Yang's soldiers say this cave will be filled with water before we knock down it. The next morning, the number of the soldiers of Taijung are in standing position frequently while Yang's soldiers are in the cave filled with water. They ask, "What should we do?" One of them says, "We can chop it with our axes." Their built place is filled with water. They start slamming into pillars with their axes. The war is broken out while the Yang's soldiers are continually hitting the pillars in the cave. Yang's soldiers start ending the route of that place of attack when Taijung's soldiers come there skillfully. As a result, that place begins to quake. And that built dirt mound starts falling down. Yang's soldiers sacrifice their lives in that cave for the sake of the Ansi people. Taijung's army begins to crumble and die on the hillock. And Yang's strategy is very effective. It is a huge defeat for Taijung's army. Yang has now given an order to move ahead. Ansi soldiers do the same item. Yang begins to move forward, militarized with such a sword, and assaults them. In the excitement, someone always tends to raise their voices, and the story goes. Taijung says, "I need Yang's head on a plate, so I will expect to be paid for it." The attacks are held on both sides, continuously shooting their arrows. Even the night falls while fighting. Yang encourages his soldiers, saying as they should not lose hope. The fight continues even the next morning. Yang's hands are also wounded because of the continuous fighting. Commander Yang orders his soldiers to bring King Jimeng's bow. But the soldier says no one can wield it. Yang says Holy King Jimeng had used. Then he asks help from his lord while trying to shoot the arrow. He says, "We will end this war." And he shoots the arrow, bringing the sacrifices of many people. There is complete silence.
Zong अपनी हार कबूल कर लेता है और कहता है I have lost. सैमुअल अपनी गॉर्गियो की आर्मी को लेकर भी वहां पहुंच जाता है और सब अब विक्टर्स बन जाते हैं। बादशाह टेजोंग स्क्यूब हो जाता है और अपनी जंग में दम तोड़ जाता है और वो दूसरों को बताता है कि गॉर्गियो पर हमला ना करना। फिर इसी तरह लास्ट सीन में यांग और सैमुअल आपस में बात कर रहे होते हैं एंसी फोर्ट्रेस के बारे में। इस तरह थोड़ी सी डिस्कशन के बाद सैमुअल वहां घोड़े पर सवार होकर चला जाता है।